So the UN says the deadlock has gone too far after Pyongyang's claims that it will restart a nuclear reactor, which has been shut for 6 years. North Korea earlier said its missile units are combat ready and warned of a possible preemptive strike on the US and Seoul. And Team Shorrock has written extensively about US foreign policy and its Asian politics and believes both sides should know they're playing a dangerous game there.
When you escalate to this point, any small mistake can turn into a major catastrophe, and that's the danger. North Korea itself knows that if it did an attack, if it attacked the United States, it would be committing national suicide. The United States would retaliate in a tremendous fashion. North Korea does not want to commit suicide. I believe North Korea is doing all this so it can get to a point to actually negotiate some kind of peace agreement with the United States. But the North Korean threats are very dangerous and sound very sinister, and I think they look up and they see these B-2s and B-52s flying. This is a reminder of the tremendous firepower the United States inflicted on North Korea during the Korean War. And that's a reminder to the North Koreans of the absolute danger of war with the United States. But it also gives their state, Kim Jong-un and his very, very monolithic authoritarian state, another way to yield this, to show the North Korean people that indeed there is a threat. So in some ways, I think by escalating it to this point, the United States is playing right into Kim Jong-un's hands.
So gaining access to North Korea hasn't been an easy task for foreign media, and RT's Alexei Yaroshevsky is among the few who have managed to report from the reclusive country. And earlier he shared his thoughts and experiences with my colleague Taban Motse.
To be honest with you, I haven't had a chance to talk to many ordinary people 6 years ago when I was there in North Korea, but I don't think the situation has changed. I talked to the officials there, and I didn't hear a single negative word towards South Korea. I got the feeling that this was more about North Korea versus the West and the US rather than being against the neighbors. And I thought back then, I still stand by this thought, that this conflict between the two Koreas is more about something inspired from abroad rather than being an internal issue between the people of the two Koreas. I mean, they're very close. There used to be one country, there used to be one empire. They are divided politically by the 38th parallel. They're not divided by any other way.
What's your impression on North Korea's Kim Jong-un? I mean, people have said he's coming to change things. Is he really going to do that?
He's already changing. You know, we saw Google officials in Pyongyang, unthinkable just 5-6 years ago. We saw Dennis Rodman. I mean, it's maybe just a show, but still, he wants to show that he wants to be more open than his dad and his predecessor, his granddad, who was also at power. He recently said he likes American computers, Mac computers. He's interested in everything happening in the world, in particular the technologies. He said that the country needs to embrace the technology. The question is whether Kim Jong-un will be the man to reunite Koreas and not to go to a full-out war with the South.